everybody. It's Attack of the Show, and this is what we've got in store for you. First up, Chef quits. That's right, Isaac Hayes wants out of South Park. Matt Stone and Trey Parker are calling BS, so we're going to jump right in the middle of the war of words. That's what we do. Plus, our DV Doomsday reviews have promised to deliver both sex and violence. Chris Gore takes on Jarhead, A History of Violence, and Deuce Bigalow, Male Gigolo. And finally, Sarah Lane fearlessly confronts the stars of V for Vendetta, Natalie Portman, and Hugo Weaving. Plus, we've got our MySpace Girl of the Week, hot cell phones you probably haven't heard of yet, and some of the strangest auctions from the depths of eBay. But now, it's time for Attack of the Show.
Big up on this.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. Do you see what our stage manager's counting us, and he's like 5, 4, and I think he's in cardiac arrest right now. That's awesome.
Aww.
Poor guy.
Andy, we liked you.
He is like 80, though.
Cheers for the phone call.
It's bound to happen very soon.
He's the oldest stage manager ever.
Sorry, everybody. So Andy's on his way out, and somebody else wants out as well, and it's Isaac Hayes.
I like that.
Sadly enough.
That's a
It was
good
good,
segue.
right? I do the TV for a living.
So quick.
No, Isaac Hayes wants out of his South Park contract.
Sure does.
What the hell, man? The guy's been with South Park since like the late 90s.
He's Chef.
He's been around since like
the beloved
1920s.
friend of all South Park kids, giving him advice.
Serving up meatloaf.
Serving up
love
meatloaf at the
advice.
cafeteria.
Laying down women by the fire. Doing the salty balls. You know, the chef.
Right.
He does it all. And it's Isaac Hayes. So it's like the fact that the guy who was in Shaft is on a cartoon like South Park.
He's got that voice.
It has a great voice, and it added like another layer of ironic cool to South Park,
Absolutely.
which I love. And now he wants out, and the show's creators, Matt Stone and Trey Parker, not letting him off easy.
Not at all.
No. I mean, they're letting him out of the contract, don't get me wrong, but here's why. Hayes claims that he's uncomfortable with the way that South Park lampoons religion, and he says that he can't in good conscience be part of the show anymore. You know, apparently he's had enough. Years and years of this have got to him.
And in fact, he was quoted as saying, quote, "There's a place in this world for satire, but there's a time when satire ends and intolerance and bigotry towards religious beliefs of others begins."
That's deep. He actually said that while playing the piano in those sunglasses,
Yeah.
too. It was very touching.
He's amazingly talented.
But Matt Stone fired right back, and I applaud him for this. He responded that Hayes' decision is, quote, 100% to do with his faith of Scientology. He has no problem, and he's cashed plenty of checks with our show making fun of Christians. Oh, hold on.
Ouch.
Snap! That was...
Snap.
Just pulled it out of his pocket.
Snap indeed.
Now, I don't know. I mean, has Isaac ever spoken up before? I don't think he's really ever had a problem in the show's long history of making fun of everything. Maybe he just hasn't had a good reason.
Maybe
until
not.
now.
Maybe not.
Let's I don't know if let's take a second, if it's okay with it. Is it all right with you, Andy?
Should we do a little?
Yeah. Everybody's good. Let's take a look at some of the past few episodes of South Park and really see if
That's a
there's
good
anything
idea.
going on. All right. So in the episode Bloody Mary, a statue of the Virgin Mary, it bleeds out of her ass. Yeah. How does Isaac feel about that? Let's
Well,
see. Pretty good.
oh, okay.
Pretty good, actually. Wow.
He's
he cashed that check.
thumbs up for that one. In The Passion of the Jew, you remember that Judaism takes its fair share of nasty shots. Surely this must have offended a civil rights activist like Isaac Hayes.
Of course.
Not so much. Not so much,
Not so
turns
much.
out.
All right, well, who could forget all about the Mormons? Now, this was the episode where the religion's founder, Joseph Smith, he comes off looking like an absolute lying psychopath. Let's, just fine with Isaac.
All right.
Just fine.
Well, it's not a problem.
Check cleared.
In Super Best Friends, remember this one? Matt and Trey present the blasphemous image of a crime-fighting Mohammed. How would Isaac take something like that?
Certainly not well.
No, actually, surprisingly well.
Wow.
Surprisingly well.
Well, I guess, I guess that really just leaves the episode Trapped in the Closet. Do you remember this one?
I
Where
do remember the one.
Scientology gets its strange ghost alien beliefs raked over the same coals as every other major religion. What was Isaac's take on that one? I don't remember. Oh, no!
Wow.
Wow, that one broke the trend, Sarah.
I guess it's religious intolerance
Yeah,
now.
now it's religious intolerance.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't see a trend.
I didn't at all. Broken.
All right, well, British film magazine Empire, which prides itself on being the source for true movie geeks, recently hosted their own annual awards show. The winners are voted on by the readers themselves, so you might guess that the outcome is going to be a little bit different from something like the Oscars. For starters, King Kong took home the Best Movie prize. Best movie for King Kong.
Not bad.
And during his video acceptance speech, director Peter Jackson rewarded the fans with some bloopers and some outtakes from the film. That's a nice touch.
It's really
Everybody
funny,
likes
too.
that,
It's
and you
really
might as well have a good time being the best movie. Other winners included Johnny Depp, Best Actor for Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Nick Park and Steve Box got Best Director for Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. And you can also find a complete list of winners as well as the Peter Jackson acceptance speech video, which is very funny, on EmpireOnline.com.
It's like honestly one of the funniest acceptance speeches I've ever seen. And don't go to Empire. Well, you can go to Empire Online. I guess you should because it's their video. But just go to YouTube and search for King Kong and Empire.
Are you one-upping me?
No, listen. I'm just
We're
saying
like
because
2 minutes into the show
no,
now.
because people were like, "Oh, go see it at Empire Online," but the site loads slower than MySpace.
Don't go to Sarah's stupid Empire site.
I'm just saying, YouTube it'll load quicker, and it's really funny. Go watch it. But in other award news, because there's plenty of it, South by Southwest Interactive, it's the internet arm of the Austin-based movie and film festival. They handed out their Bloggy Awards last night, and a decent list. Not bad, but no real surprises either.
They all win for a reason.
Pretty much par for the course. Of course, Blogger took Best Web Application for weblogs, and Wonkette won Best Blog About Politics right there. Now, celebrity anti-fashion site Go Fug Yourself won Best Entertainment Weblog, and they get my special award for most carefully pronounced blog name on radio or television.
I love those girls.
You got to be very careful with
Yeah.
it. Girls run a blog?
Oh, yeah.
They have their boyfriends write it for them, though, right?
No, it's definitely written by girls. You should read it sometime.
I will.
It's girl, catty, mean humor. Love it.
All right, the site Post Secret was actually the one surprise that I think came out of last night's event. It was a big winner, taking home top prizes for Best American, Topical, and Community Weblog, as well as Weblog of the Year.
Yeah. Post Secret.
And of course, big congratulations. We couldn't afford balloons or confetti, but congratulations on your Lifetime Achievement Award, Boing Boing. They took it all. It's one of the best blogs.
Boing
out there.
Boing, you're awesome.
Yeah,
We
visit
love you.
2006.bloggies.com for a complete list of the winners.
You know what else we're going to do, Kevin? We're not going to have balloons for them either, but we are going to take some chat questions for our
nice.
chatters. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, so email us through our web form at attackoftheshow.com/askus, or you can chat with us in our IRC chat room as well at chat.g4tv.com. We won't give you balloons, but we will give you our ear and possibly some very bad advice.
Oh, horrible advice. But joining us for the second consecutive week, big deal here.
We're setting a new precedent.
This, ground has been broken. The record has been etched. The very lovely Eliza, our MySpace girl of the week,
Eliza.
returning as the champion. Two people are very proud to have you back, Eliza, the entire studio. Now, she's going to be chatting it up with the viewers live from that comfy little gamer sack over there.
Has anybody ever been voted back twice?
No, this is a first.
I mean,
we've sumo wrestle eliminated a couple, but no one's ever been
our
voted
rules
back
have
twice.
changed and shifted, and
We have fun with it.
Yeah.
We have fun with
It's
it.
good to see Eliza, though.
We're going to check back in
Good
with her
egg.
later in the show. But coming up, remember the 17th of March. That's not how it goes. Because that's when V for Vendetta opens. Sarah has an early inside look. Coming up next.
Previously on The Marios.
You really look gross. You look gross. Yeah, get your fingers in there. Make sure you don't miss a thing. You know what? Keep going, you sloppy, tubby bastard. Kill that pie, tough guy. You kill everybody. You kill Diddy Kong. You kill Waluigi. Just keep going. Kill that pie. You know what? In fact, do me a favor. Kill me while you're at it, because you're killing yourself the way you eat.
Hold on a second. You included you with them.
Shoot me now before I watch you.
Excuse me.
You know what? That girl really did a number on you. You really screwed up your life. Your head's really messed up right now.
Did you my wife?
What?
And now, The Marios.
Yeah, I got a good hand. Not too
Thank
bad,
you,
not too
Tony.
bad. What am I, Mirage over here? Where's my drink?
I thought you said you was okay.
No, I didn't say I was okay. You don't give me my drink.
Jeez, all
What's the
right, you said
matter
you
with
was
this
all right.
kid? He's like a turtle. Hey, you know what? Better yet,
Dance that drink over here. You know who I'm like?
Kid, I'm like,
Hey,
you know what?
Dance the drink over here. Dance the yeah, you know, now he's moving. Now he's moving.
What's the matter with you? You fireballer guy?
Hey, I'm a good shot.
Good shot. How could you miss it this distance?
What, do you got a problem with what I did?
Yeah, we're playing cards and you fireball the toad.
Hey, he's a mushroom. What can I say? He's a family full of funguses.
The fungi.
What did you call me?
No, you said funguses.
Yeah, I know what you said. You called me a fun guy.
No, it was just, you know, the right way to say it, the plural. I mean, you are a fun guy.
You're the one who said it.
Yo, take it easy,
No, hold on,
Mario.
Donkey Kong. He's a big boy. He knows what he said. What the makes me a fun guy?
Get the out of here, Mario!
I almost had him. I almost had him. Ah, you stuttering prick. I don't know about you, Luigi. You might crack under questioning.
You really are a fun guy!
Next time on The Marios.
You're Mr. Brown Turtle. You're Mr. Blue Turtle.
I want to be Mr. Black Turtle.
I got another guy, another job. Who's Mr. Black Turtle? You're Mr. Blue Turtle. And you're Mr. Red Turtle.
King Koopa, why gotta be Mr. Red Turtle?
Because you're a
Pretty much any movie that asked you to side with an anarchist who likes to blow up government buildings has a set of brass ones in this current cultural climate, which is why V for Vendetta is going to stir things up this Friday, and why I couldn't wait to talk head shaving and mask wearing with the stars of the film. You can thank the elusive Wachowski brothers for writing the V for Vendetta screenplay, but they're hoping fans of the original story will also thank them for a few subtle changes.
The graphic novel was written in the early 1980s, and so their backstory happened in the 80s, and then their future story happened in the late 1990s. We made the backstory roundabout like now, a little earlier than now, and then, you know, projected it into, 2020.
Vendetta diehards will also get a fresh spin on the character of Evie, played by Natalie Portman. Who are you?
In the graphic novel, she's a little bit of a cipher, she's a little bit of a piece of clay that V really molds, and we wanted to give the Evie character a little more intelligence, a little more, self-sufficiency, if you like.
Your character is, by some accounts, a terrorist. She's ultimately someone who decides she can use violence to express her political beliefs. V for Vendetta, the graphic novel. Is that something that you can draw from at all?
Obviously, you want to make your own thing, but it's amazing to have that as a resource because you have all this art. It's like a storyboard for the movie.
Have to ask you about the hair, the scene. It must have been just a very surreal experience.
Well, it is very stressful that you only have one chance because we're so spoiled on movies. Like, if you mess up, you can always try it again.
Yeah.
So it was stressful that, you've got to get it right, the acting and the action of the head shaving and the cameras.
No worries, Natalie. Bald is beautiful. But what if you're an accomplished actor stuck behind a Guy Fawkes mask in every single one of your scenes?
Kill him.
The hardest thing really was speaking and knowing that the vocal quality was muffled. Hearing that muffled voice back, you never want to have to hear yourself. Because it was so muffled and restricted, that was disturbing. Performance on the day was critical to making sure that the voice didn't feel disembodied.
Though for a Matrix trilogy veteran, playing the character known only as V did have its upsides.
We worked together for such a long time. The Matrix films took a long time to make.
A decade, right?
The art director was the same, producer was the same. Wonderful to get to Berlin, see all these people and start working together again. And it makes it very easy, really.
Have mercy.
Oh, not tonight.
That Natalie Portman.
I know.
I'd throw her into a bookshelf. Maybe a ceiling fan or a ceramic lamp just to hear it shatter.
Well, she's into anarchy, so she might be into that too.
Is she a pixie? Is she adorable in real life? I mean, she just strikes me as the cutest little thing.
Yeah, I've been told that I'm you know, on a smaller scale as far as human beings go. Natalie is like half my size.
Oh, it's so hot.
She doesn't come across that small.
She doesn't.
She's very little and pixie-like, and I love her. This was a really good movie.
I've heard this thing from the Wachowskis, which some people are saying, oh, look what they did with the last two Matrix films. But
yeah, I mean, the thing about them, first of all, the director is James McTeague. So a lot of people say Wachowski.
Right.
They are involved. They wrote the screenplay. They produced the film.
They tried on all the costumes. But
one of them anyway. But the movie is completely different. In fact, it doesn't seem like a Matrix movie at all, which is refreshing.
Yeah.
And I get to see a lot of good movies. This was particularly good.
I cannot wait. I love that you loved it, too.
Friday's a
That's
big
really
day.
good. V for Vendetta.
I know. I'm such a naysayer, usually.
No, I'm really excited to see it, so that's good.
Good.
Glad you liked it.
It, as we mentioned, is in theaters everywhere this Friday. Go see it. Have a good weekend.
I'll be there. Coming up next, Will O'Neill shows off some phones that might actually be smarter than you, believe it or not. And Film Threat's Chris Gore reviews this week's brand new DVD releases. You know what you should do? You should stick around!
Whoa. We know you don't trust just anybody to tell you which DVDs to spend your hard-earned money on. No, you trust only DVD Tuesday. Chris Gore with us again, ready to talk DVDs on this lovely, magical DVD Tuesday.
That's right. My favorite day.
Mine too. Not really, but it's, you know, it's a close second behind Saturday night.
Excellent.
Let's start off with A History of Violence.
Okay, now this is a movie that did not get the attention it deserved, based on a comic book that I haven't read. It's directed by David Cronenberg, stars Viggo Mortensen. You know, you probably remember him.
He was the king.
Rings. Exactly. He's a family guy, owns a diner. Does he have a past, a criminal past? He certainly becomes a violent person when pressed. And this is the whole mystery of this movie.
Oh, so that's the title is, does he have a history of violence or not? Is kind of the question.
Exactly. One thing you can count on in terms of the violence in the movie, it is absolutely gruesome. I mean, the special effects in this you can count on that coming from Cronenberg. Extras on it, they're deleted scenes. There's even an investigation of a scene that they ended up changing in the movie. Commentary by Cronenberg, and Cronenberg is always good at doing commentary. I mean,
really, he's known for his good DVD extras?
He's so good. Yeah, well, he's good at just being very exact about describing the details. In fact, he's not like a doctor. You know, when you're listening to Cronenberg talk about how they achieve certain special effects in the movie.
And it's always nice with a movie like this that obviously I saw it and I never thought about any special effects, to see that they used some that you just never would have noticed because it wasn't a Star Wars kind of a movie.
To me, those are the best special effects.
Because
the ones where you didn't even know that it was an effect.
I agree.
I love to see this kind of investigation of the movie. Great film, too. A lot of people missed it. Should check it out.
So what are we buying here?
Well,
are we spending?
Here's the thing. It's a great movie to rent. It's one of those movies, I find it so disturbing, it's one of those, it'd be hard for me to watch it more than once.
Okay.
So
it's a good movie, you just, it's not necessarily going to be heavy in the rotation.
Not in my collection. Not my collection.
Save your cash, except your rental cash. Okay, moving on now to Jarhead.
Yes, of course. Jarhead is based on...
Not just about Jake Gyllenhaal's butt.
Yes, although I think it makes an appearance in there. It's based on a book by Anthony Swafford, and of course, Jake Gyllenhaal's character is based on him, Swaff. And it's about the first Gulf War when we had a President Bush in office. If you remember that.
Yeah.
This movie is bizarre in the sense that it explores a lot of aspects of war that you may not know about, like how they clean the latrines. I mean, all the mundane, boring aspects. In terms of extras, there's 2 commentaries on the disc, one by the director, Sam Mendes, another by Tony Swafford and the screenwriter. And they really go into detail with a lot of the behind the scenes. In fact, they show a lot of stuff. They did these improvised interviews with a lot of the soldiers, and they show them unedited, which is really cool. I mean, you really get a deep look into the process.
I love how they're showing Jake's shaving of his head.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things
dramatic.
where it's one of those things where you can only do that one time. So
right,
it's a lot of great extras on this disc. I think it's a great war movie where there's really no war that happens.
Okay, so Jarhead.
Bottom line.
Yeah.
Bottom line, it's a rent. It's a rent for me.
Okay.
Which is still a recommendation.
Sometimes you build me up only to dash my dreams at the end.
I'm telling you, rent these cool movies.
Rent these cool movies. All right, so we're renting History of Violence. We're going to rent Jarhead. But what do we going to do with Deuce Bigalow, the Little Black Book edition?
Okay, well, before we get to the verdict on that, I'll definitely tell you, it's got some extras on it.
Okay.
There are some extras, some behind the scenes, a lot of behind the scenes stuff. Of course, this is, this is Rob Schneider playing, this male gigolo character.
And
it's
all
a lot.
the girls are freakishly weird.
Yeah, a lot of gross humor. The extras, there's no commentary, but there's the director's diary. There's some other behind the scenes stuff. If you go to the behind the scenes page, I found the one. I'm good at finding these Easter eggs. Highlight the cell phone, and there's a little video involving a cat and trying to get a cat to act, which I thought was bizarre. So
that sounds very bizarre.
very strange. So a lot of behind the scenes, but do I care? Because the movie, a lot of behind the scenes on this for a comedy, but do I care? Because the movie is, I don't know. To me, there's one good laugh, and it's a scene where they're talking about women and space exploration. So that's the only, to me, it's the only good laugh. I think Deuce is one of those where, I feel like Deuce kind of sums it up, if you know what I'm saying. It kind of sums up the verdict on this. It's, skip it. Skip it.
It's a skip. It's a pass.
Yeah, it's a pass on Deuce.
Deuce Bigalow. I've known a few people who thought it was the funniest movie ever, but you're not one of them, apparently.
They may have been high. They may have been high when they were watching
and the DVD won't redeem it.
Yeah, I might watch it free on a plane.
Well, 2 out of 3 rentals. It'll give us something to do over the weekend.
Yeah.
All right.
Rent some cool DVDs.
Thanks, Chris.
Excellent.
Thanks for being here. You're the best.
Appreciate it.
Such a cool friend.
Thank you.
Visit filmthreat.com or chrisgore.com because Chris always leaves out fresh cookies. Now, don't go away because the feed and all its news are heading your way. Plus, we make suggestive comments to some of the hottest new gadgets in Product Prawn.
Welcome back to Attack of the Show. In this half hour, we'll be trawling eBay for the week's weirdest offerings. Plus, we chat up our returning hottest girl of MySpace champ. 2-time champ, thank you. And don't forget that this week's live Music Thursday, brought to you by Dentyne Ice, will be a live performance by the Scotch Greens. Now, tech reporter Will O'Neill, right here, by the way.
That would be me.
He's going to join us to brag about all the cool toys that he gets to play with. It's your job. You make a living getting to play with cool crap before we even get to see it.
It's a tough job, Kevin. And today we're talking smartphones.
All right.
And a little segment I call Product Prawn. If you're like me, you don't want to spend your day cooped up in some stuffy office. Thankfully, with smartphones, you can be connected to work while you're on the go. So today we're going to take a look at 3 really cool smartphones that help you get the job done. With their legal woes behind them, Research in Motion can now flood the market with their crackberry devices, like this 8700C for Cingular. We recently got our hands on this device, and so far we're pretty happy with it. It has support for Cingular's high-speed edge data network. That means that you can download your email, surf their wireless web pretty quickly. It also has this full QWERTY keyboard, which we like a lot, as well as a nice color display. One knock against it, though, is that while it has Bluetooth, the Bluetooth is limited to headsets and car kits, which is kind of lame, especially considering that the thing costs $300. The Cingular 8125 is one of the coolest all-around smartphones I've found in a long time, mainly because it has this neat sliding form factor, which hides a full QWERTY keyboard. This thing is great for sending text messages and email, as well as surfing the wireless web. It has support for Cingular's high-speed edge data network, so you can do all of those things rather quickly. Of course, it has a 1.3 megapixel camera, full Bluetooth support, and has a mini SD slot where I've installed a 1 gigabyte Kingston card. What's cool about that is I've now installed a bunch of the music that I listen to on Rhapsody to go on it, so I can also use this device as my MP3 player. It'll cost you $300, but considering it does everything, it's kind of a good deal. Now, we all know how much Kevin Pereira loves his goddamn Trio, but I, for one, cannot stand that ugly-ass operating system, which is why I'm stoked on the Trio 700W with Windows Mobile. Of course, it has all the standard Trio hardware features that are good, like this great keyboard, it has this fantastic display, as well as a 1.3 megapixel camera. It has an SD slot to store all your media files, and it has Bluetooth, but it's Verizon Wireless, so we know what that means. The Bluetooth is limited to car kits and headsets. In addition to that, the thing is $500. That's a lot of money.
Man, all these companies crippling the Bluetooth, man. Verizon, can you hear me now? Stop it!
They're not listening, Kevin.
Which phone is the best? I guess the proof is in the pudding.
I love it. The 8125.
Now, you use this. This is like your daily war machine, right?
I use that thing all the time. That keyboard is great. I send text messages all the time and check my email and stuff like that. And that display is huge. It's great for, like, like surfing the internet, things like that.
Yeah. Now this has support for the Singular's Edge network, right?
Yes, it does.
So can you download the mobile porn pretty quickly on it, or?
Oh, like that, blazingly fast.
Nice.
But it also has a mini SD slot, so you can actually put your own porn on it that way.
I like that. I like that. Use the camera to shoot your own, perhaps.
That's what I'm talking about. There seems
now
to be a theme today.
Yes. Well, it is always with us.
Product prawn.
With the Windows OS though, with the Windows Mobile, does it still play nice with Outlook and all those other programs? I'm assuming it syncs well, right?
Yeah, definitely. Like it plays nice. Like currently, there are some issues that some people have encountered with Aptic Sync and stuff like that. But you know, for the most part, it works really well.
Not bad. $300?
Yep.
Not bad. Is that with the contract?
That's with the contract. Yeah.
All
so
right,
yeah.
all
So
right.
if you want to get one, it'll be like $18,000 or something.
Nothing to you. Nothing to you, my
Nothing
friend.
to me.
Thank you for
I'm a
sharing
big
these
time
awesome phones.
Sure, man. Thanks,
Good
Tim.
stuff. All right, now everybody, Sarah's anxious to talk to you guys out there about a thing or two. Pay attention.
And now here's today's news. We call it The Feed. Google is in court today. In an effort to protect its users' privacy, the popular internet company is fighting the Justice Department subpoena for search data, which includes millions of user queries. The government has requested the random sample of data in an effort to battle child pornography. Yahoo and Microsoft have already cooperated, but Google stands firm, maintaining that providing the data will not only violate user privacy, it will also, quote, reveal details on how its market-dominating search system operates. In other Google news, Google Earth is teaming up with Volkswagen to create a state-of-the-art in-car GPS system. The new mapping system will not only feature extremely detailed photographic 3D maps, it will also allow drivers to use an online database that provides real-time traffic updates, restaurant information, and even gas prices. Google and Volkswagen are remaining tight-lipped about when the new system will be available because the technology is still in the developmental stages. Several major music labels are facing litigation after being slapped with class action lawsuits accusing them of price fixing. Bertelsmann, EMI, Time Warner, and Universal are all named in the suit, which alleges that they coerced online music retailers into signing agreements requiring them all to charge essentially the same amount of money per song. The suit goes on to claim, quote, by setting a wholesale price floor at 70 cents per song, the defendants have fixed and maintained the price of online music at super competitive levels. In gaming news, Xbox fans are in a frenzy over a rumor that a new batch of 360 premiums may soon include a 100 gig hard drive. Supposedly, the new 360s will run for the same price as the old ones and be in stores as early as the end of March. However, as with any rumor, there are those who dispute its truth, notably Kotaku.com, who said that they contacted Microsoft directly and that the company has denied that there's any truth to the story. According to a growing number of unconfirmed reports, Dell has purchased specialty computer manufacturer Alienware, a Florida-based company known for providing the latest laptop and desktop technology. So far, no official announcement has been made, but an industry insider quoted on Kotaku claims that the acquisition is an effort by Dell to remain, quote, on the cutting edge of coolness amongst PC users. Again, those reports have yet to be confirmed. And finally, in movie news, Marvel Entertainment head Avi Arad recently spoke to Mercury News about what fans can expect from Spider-Man 3. Arad claims that the effects used to create the new villain Sandman are, quote, like nothing you've ever seen. He went on to praise the film for using cutting-edge technology, comparing the effects to the breakthroughs made in films like Jurassic Park and The Perfect Storm. And now, some stories need little more than their headlines to get the point across. These are those stories. New study confirms that long-term marijuana use leads to memory loss. Black Sabbath and Blondie inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Release of HD DVD players delayed because of tech issues. James Cameron to design a theme park in Singapore. New study confirms that long-term marijuana use leads to memory loss. That's the feed. Good night and good luck.
Wow, simulated smoking, yeah, and we're not done yet. I'm going to abuse my per diem by bidding on some eBay oddities, and it'll be time to meet this week's Girl of MySpace. You only get one chance to make a first impression, so sit up straight. Boom.
The Feed is brought to you by the Honda Element, who invites you to stop by elementandfriends.com.
All right, folks, this is a monumental deal. For the first time ever, a MySpace girl has survived for a return appearance. Welcome back, Eliza. How are you?
I'm good.
I gotta say, and again, I know you don't take this personally, but I'm just shocked that you are back, because the guys, they always want new fresh meat. They always want the flavor of the week.
I was impressed. You know what? I met some really great people this week. I got about 1,000 new friends.
Wow. 900 of which were creepy guys hanging out in alleys.
Most of them, and those are my favorite. And I tried my best to respond to everyone. Sometimes you get like a letter from or an email from like a 13-year-old, and his screen name's like, you know, blood tastes good,
Oh, those are the
43.
best. Those are the best.
It's like, send me a naked picture. I'm like, I'm gonna pass. Or I would just say, hey, it's in your inbox. Just keep checking it.
Oh, no, because then they called this show during a relationship advice, and hey, this girl on MySpace is sending me nude pictures. Yeah, it's in my inbox. Good that you had a lot of friends. Obviously, the request for the nudes. Anything else? Like anybody, you know, giving you feedback on your appearance, stuff that you should do for this week, or?
I actually got some tips of like I should go into different chat rooms and like comment on stuff. But I'm not a gamer, and people are like, and I know I probably shouldn't admit that, but I never said I was.
No, that's fine. You call them douchebags, which is the quickest way to their heart, obviously.
The quickest way to their, yeah. And the only game that I, really played adamantly was, what I was really adamant about was Oregon Trail. And I remember I was really good at it until, I was really good at like stocking up in the general store until it came time. It's like, well, Timmy's got yellow fever, or do you want to forge the river? It's like, I'm forging the river with all my oxen, load up the bacon,
float
and the
this
coffee.
thing, let them die,
Let's do
and then
it.
we're hunting for squirrels for about
And I was
5
always,
hours.
and I was always shocked. I'm like, what do you mean 15 oxen can't fit on a raft that I made of twigs and arms from my
The river
dead
was only
son?
48 miles deep. It's not a big deal.
When you're in the
Like,
5th
let it
grade,
go.
you can't quantify 48 miles.
Actually, in the 5th grade, you probably should be able to, Eliza.
I thought we were going to talk about that.
Sorry about that.
You said
no.
there'd be no math.
Listen, no math, but there is a competitor, and this is a big deal. Now, you survived last week. I'm told this week's is quite a doozy, and that's a technical term. Her name is Erica. Would you like to meet her?
Yes.
Here it is. Ladies and gentlemen, our MySpace contender, Erica. Check it out.
Model. And this other guy was like, are you an erotic actress? Because a lot of those clips seem like they're...
Oh, it's you guys. Hey, I'm Erica, and I'm the MySpace Girl Contender of the Week. Let me show you around. So as you know, I'm an actress, and most of my work thus far has been in B horror movies. This is one of the outfits I wore in one of the horror movies called Bite Me. So you know that I played tricks. I was a klutzy burlesque dancer. I was blind, that was part of my thing. When the glasses come off, the hijinks begin. How dare he? I'm fired. I really like to dress up. I have a lot of clothes. Notice the fishnets and the high boots. The first time I wore this outfit was to People Teen Party or something where I met my stalker. He's actually a nice stalker. Okay guys, time to go. It's getting dark. I'm getting really hungry. Time for me to eat.
All right. She was 5 words into introducing herself, and you were holding back laughter. Now, is there going to be some trash talking? What do you think of Erica?
Oh, well, I'm going to, okay, gosh, that was interesting.
Right.
I don't know, horror movies, we've all seen Rocky Horror Picture Show, and that clearly launched many actors' careers into oblivion.
Ooh.
And that's where mine's
ouch,
going after
ouch.
this TV
No.
appearance.
Tell me quickly what's going on with your career. Any more jokes on stage where we can go see you?
I have a show at the Comedy Store this
Nice.
Sunday in the main room.
Very nice. The main room.
Yeah.
It sounds like
It's
a
the
big
big
deal.
one.
Okay, good. I've been there. It's
Yeah,
good stuff.
it's good stuff. It's a
Eliza,
lot of
thanks
fun.
for joining us. We
Thank you
appreciate
for
it.
having me.
Maybe we will see you back next
Can I
week.
do a shout out real quick? I wrote them down on my hand.
All right, go real quick.
Okay, real quick. I just want to say hi to my buddy Pete, Jenny, Brandon, Dave, Edward, Tom, Adam, and Michael.
Nice, well done. Everybody be sure to check out Erica and Eliza's MySpace profiles on our show notes at attackoftheshow.com. And remember to vote, because they all count, damn it. Now stick around, because we're digging through eBay right after this.
You're watching G4, the #1 podcasted network in America.
Wall-to-wall game reviews.
Always expect the unexpected. Go to iTunes or G4TV.com for details.
On the next Attack of the Show, we'll break out the wine and pasta for one of the stars of The Sopranos. Plus, the controversial film CSA, The Confederate States of America, shows us what the world would be like if the South won the Civil War. And we'll send our resident anthropologist into the depths of the Final Fantasy XI fan convention. All that on the next Attack of the Show. If you found it out back by the shed, or if your father fashioned it with his own hands in prison, the odds are that it came from eBay! Sarah, I know you're used to the eBay. It's a bit of a formula we've gotten used to.
Eyes closed.
Today is different, my friend. We have a little bit of a theme to all these auctions, Miss Lane. Yeah. They're all about love and its various splendid manifestations.
I love to be in love, so let's roll them.
Here we go. How about Eminem's wedding program, huh?
Oh.
It's from his second marriage to Kim Mathers.
Perhaps love was the wrong adjective.
No, he loves her. He did say he was going to kill the bleep, but now he means kill her with love and kindness. It was a secreted event. There was 100 attendees. Obi Trice was there, D12, all 50 Cent, the members of the G Unit crew. They were all there. Very classy ceremony.
And known for their romantic ways.
And carrying various amounts of shrapnel. All of them do.
Yeah.
But instead of exchanging vows, they actually exchange fluids, which is an odd practice, but classy. And then the bride threw a bouquet of chronic, I believe, into the crowd. They scrambled for it.
What kind of fluids?
That is unknown, actually.
Okay.
Actually.
All right.
But you're bidding on the program, zero bids right now. $600, not bad.
No.
One of 100. One of 100.
Marshall and Kim, we wish you well.
Best of luck. This one's for the ladies only, so pay attention, Miss Lane. You can please beat me up, he asks, and take your frustrations out. Yeah, that giant tool in the billiard shirt right there. You get 60 seconds to pummel that giant douche. He wants you to hit him, basically, with boxing gloves. You get 60 seconds. You can take him down to the ground, but then you have to let him get back up. And if he is on the ground, he will subtract that time from the 60 seconds that you have to beat him.
That's
Very nice.
one of the most amazing eBay auctions I've ever seen in my life.
I'm honestly...
I mean, there's no reason to feel bad about it. He's asking for it.
Sure, but like most guys will pay a woman to beat them up, not the other way around. You know, there's something there. And if you can get money for being beat by women, I should be a friggin' billionaire by now. This is pathetic. True. I take a pummeling daily on the show.
We also tend to do it without paying for it. Oh,
yeah.
Shut up.
Oh, okay. Zero bids, $1,000. There's no way. No one's getting a bid there. Now, this next auction is for a scumbag ex-boyfriend's possessions. Yeah, the woman took out her vengeance on the ex-boyfriend with a handgun. Luckily, it was on his PC and not on his area, as Drunk Vader would say. But this is a handy starter kit for any guy who plans on becoming a scumbag ex-boyfriend one day. You get a computer that's apparently loaded with porn, and there you go.
How much?
19 bids right now, $52. But in his defense, like, he really didn't know it was cheating. You know, she was related, so there's gray area. It's kind of like being in a different area code or zip code, or being a different branch on the family tree. You know, if she's further enough away, it doesn't matter.
Second cousin once removed, it does not matter.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And finally, the weirdest auction we've ever had, because we didn't know what it was for until we scrolled like 10 pages down.
You're really setting it up with that statement, Kevin.
It's called My Wiggle, Sarah. Not exactly what Bill Cosby had in mind here. It's about Jell-O, somehow. The seller is asking you to bid on her wiggle. There it is right there, 3D text that is wiggling. It's just a packet of Jell-O, but it's got 12 bids for $13 damn.
Do you think that people are wanting maybe a different kind of a wiggle? Her wiggle?
They might think that's what she's selling.
Maybe she's got some sort of a, you know.
She's got 98% positive feedback, which is a plus. I'm 98% sure that the woman's crazy.
Crazy, but she's getting $13, so
for a packet of
not
Jell-O.
Really that crazy, is she?
I stand corrected, Miss Lane. There you have it, folks. Always expect the unexpected when it came from eBay.
That was weird.
Wow, that was... Hello? Wow.
I feel like...
Can we leave it on?
No, I think everything...
No, it's on.
Yeah.
Great, we're going to wrap things up with viewer email questions right after this. So stay put. Before we get to the chat, I wanted to check in on Will's inner thigh, because yesterday, I don't know if anybody missed the show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, relax.
It took a peppering.
Wait, how's your inner thigh, Will?
It's doing okay. I went home and Checked it out and put a little ice on it.
You paid a hobo to ice it?
Yeah.
Or what'd you do?
Exactly.
Did you check it out?
No, yesterday.
You want to earn $5 the hard way?
You were disarming a bomb,
Yes,
and
I
we
was.
practiced it in rehearsal. We had a guy with like an AK-47 type rifle loaded with airsoft pellets. We practiced it in rehearsal, of course, with no bullets. But when it actually started,
I was gung ho until I took that first pellet. Then I thought, holy crap, this hurts.
Yeah, you were really fighting for your life there. It
It hurt.
Yeah.
It really hurt.
I'm sorry about the handgun not being loaded. By the way,
Yeah,
to
thanks,
fire back.
thanks. Yeah,
My apologies.
Yeah, you're a hell of a wingman, buddy.
Always there to take it.
In
for
battle, I want you in my trench.
Yeah.
Not really.
Ooh, wow. And in love. Chat questions. Let's get to them. IRC room. Sarah. Blaine.
Okay, Captain Smee wants to know, is there any other woman in the world that can pull off the shaved head like Natalie? Demi Moore did it like 10 years ago.
G.I. Jane.
G.I. Jane.
Yeah.
She got paid a lot of money for that.
Sigourney Weaver.
So,
Sigourney Weaver.
oh, that's a
Sinead
good
O'Connor.
one. Good one.
Hello.
Yeah.
Nothing compares to her.
Nothing does. They all look
so
the
yeah,
same from
actually
behind.
a
It's
lot
fine.
of
Wow.
a lot of really
And
pretty
in fact,
women
when it's shaved, it's easier to paint a bullseye on the head for the old Tony Danza.
Oh.
So you just know exactly what a sweet spot.
Save us, Sarah. Save
How
us.
did I get here? Shameless Amos wants to know, will South Park be good without Chef? Will
Yeah.
it still
Yes.
be good?
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, it's not like I like Chef. Good
Sure,
character.
great character.
But if he's not in it, I still think it's funny.
I hope they kill him off in the weirdest way possible. I hope, like, the Scientologists
Oh, I haven't
come
even thought
and
about
take
that.
Chef away for like 2 weeks and convert him, you know, and then he comes back weird, a la Katie Holmes.
2 words. Social disease.
Yeah,
I like
pretty
that.
much.
Social disease.
The fun one to spread.
Chew on that. Pirate Pete asks, when's Will's mohawk going to show up on eBay? Excellent question.
That is a great question.
What makes you think
What
it
does he
already
do with
isn't?
your hair, anyway?
I actually threw the hair away. I didn't think anyone would actually want that. But
How
no.
old school of you?
Yeah, you know, that's how I
It's,
roll.
it's in the old Floby still. It just
Exactly. It's all clogged up.
We were actually saying before the show, if you've never seen Kimbo, go to YouTube and search Kimbo. If you grew your beard out a little bit more,
I'm doing my best.
you'd
And
look like
maybe
the Street Fighter.
Get some more muscles.
Just a little bit.
YouTube, Kimbo, check it out.
Yeah, check out Kimbo.
Halloween costume.
Oh, yeah.
Set.
I want to see a mashup of Will's face on a Kimbo fight. If anybody can make that happen, $10.
This is how I eat, Kevin.
PayPal
Don't say
too.
that. Don't say that.
I'll give the guy $10. Whoever does it, I want, but it has to look good.
Hugh Jass asks, Kevin, do you
Just
ever
say
check your MySpace anymore?
I do. I do check the MySpace. A lot of people say, "Oh, no one's looking at this." I'm looking at it, and I'm laughing at you. But I do check. I approve all the friends myself. No one else does it for me, and I message all the ladies personally.
Coolest guy on MySpace.
There you have it.
I am the loneliest guy. That's it. We're done.
Thanks to our guests, Chris Gore and MySpace girl, Liza. Good night.
Bye-bye.
See ya.